What's up, guys? Got the coffee. Sorry, it took me a couple days to work on this next part of the jail testimony, but I don't like to shortchange it. There's a lot going on here, and I like to talk about the multiple angles, the gangstalking, and then also what God was speaking to me and showing me. So at this point, I'm in the stolen car. You guys will have to watch my other videos if you haven't yet, because I'm telling a storyline, and it starts getting pretty good, like how God is breaking through all my really terrible decisions and just meeting me in this place, even though I was running from him, right? It's like God just keeps like pursuing me, and it's pretty amazing and heart-changing for me. This was like a big turnaround for me coming up in the next couple days in this story. So at this point, I'm going back to like this drug camp, right? I don't really have any money. I'm just like trying to sell this car or something, right? Because this car that I stole was like a pretty nice car, and I'm just fiend out for fentanyl. And I go to this camp, and this is what I mean. God was like breaking through and speaking through different people. It's like I couldn't avoid God, right? So I'm talking to this guy that was kind of like my little drug connect that we were running around together, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Let's make a move with this car. Like, how do we get this off and all this stuff? And then he basically was like, whoa, like, what am I gonna do with the stolen vehicle? And it's funny because this guy was like involved in stealing cars. Like, he had a buddy that was like his hustle, was like breaking the cars, stealing cars. And so like it was just weird how he responded. Like, it was almost like he was offended for me coming to him with this stolen car and like, hey, let's do something with this. And it was weird. It was honestly like, in the moment, I'm just like, dude, you've literally told me stories recently about you stealing cars, like. And so I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm like basically trying to get him to float me something, or give me something. And he's like, he gets all serious, and he's like, where's your head at? He's like, what are you gonna do with your life? What's your plan? And then and it was just weird because everyone started treating me different at this time too. Like, all these people I was running around with, it was like God had turned their hearts away from me, and was like, I wasn't getting no help. And he actually, like, this dude started speaking like wisdom to me, and showing me like a different type of character than I'd ever seen him display. He was like, hey, if I'm your friend, he's like, I can't give you these no more. I can't give you these drugs no more. Because you want to quit and you want to go a different way, which was true. But I also, like, in that moment, it was like, it was too much. I was going through just a lot of things where, like, coming off them was just crazy. I was going through so much spiritual stuff this time, and it was like, because I had been cleaned out before, and now I just slipped all the way back into addiction. So anyways, I eventually get a little bit of something, and I leave there. And I have no money. I don't even have my phone on me. I don't have a wallet. I basically didn't have anything except for this stolen car. And I'm driving this thing, and I'm trying to get back to where I was living. And like halfway through, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm about to run out. So I run out of gas. And right before that happened, there was a song on the radio, because I'm still listening to the worship station. And there's this part in this song that says, that's when death was arrested and my life began. Right? It's talking about, our life of sin and death before God, before we surrender. It's like, when that gets arrested, when that gets restrained and done away with, then you can start living. And this is exactly what was going to happen to me. So like, but in the physical. And so God speaks to me in a lot of those types of way. Like he'll give me a physical example for what's true spiritually. So it's like, I heard this on the radio. My car runs out of gas. I get it over pretty much off the road, but I kind of parked a little sketchy. And eventually like another guy pushes me, like stops and asks if I need help. I said, yeah, let's pull it off the road. And so, like I'm in the car and I'm out of gas, I'm out of money, I'm out of good ideas, and I'm just like done. I'm just done with myself. I'm like just kind of getting to the end of like my decisions, And so I haven't slept in a couple days. Like I said, the rest, I just had no rest in my soul. So I'm sitting there trying to like get a little bit of sleep. It's too far to walk anywhere. And I'm just kind of surrendering to whatever happens. I mean, I'm in a stolen car. I just don't care at this point. And pretty soon, the police roll up. Someone called on me, which was kind of weird because I was like in the hood, It's like people are doing drugs out in the open and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting in the car and the cops get called on me. A couple times, I guess, which was weird. I wasn't even acting crazy. I was just like trying to take a little rest in there. So anyways, cops pull up, pull their guns out, get out of the car stolen. And I'm like, oh man, here we go. So they handcuff me and they're asking me questions. And I'm like, is it my right to remain silent? And they're like, it is. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, cool, let's go then. Like, do what you guys got to do. And so they take me into downtown, like the downtown jail. And I don't know what's going to happen at this point. I go in there and they sit me in the holding cell, and it's just like I'm by myself for, I don't even know, probably 5-6 hours. They're like watching me, making sure I'm not gonna like freak out or whatever. And it was terrible. I'm starting to detox, but I'm just like silent, just dealing with it. And eventually they take me up to the pod. Like they're like, are you good with going in general population? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Cause they have me in like a suicide vest and stuff at this point. And so I go up to the pod, and at this point it's like 4 a.m, so everyone's crashed out when I get up there. And so it's a good place to stop. I'll continue on in part 5 because I want these to upload quick. I gotta go here in a little bit.